You played with Peyton.
Yeah.
How was that? You won a Super Bowl with him.
Peyton was awesome.
Yeah. What was the biggest difference between Peyton and all the other quarterbacks you played with?
The one thing that stood out with Peyton was that when I was sitting in that meeting for the first time, and I mean, he just kind of just took over the room. You know, normally you have the
OC,
the OC offensive coordinator, you know, install the plays, go over everything. But Peyton was the one who stood up like a general. That was pretty phenomenal to me. I've never seen anything like it, and I've played with some awesome quarterbacks, but he was just different, man. He was just different.
Was he going over, like, was he giving coaching points to the line? Like, all right, guys, on this Okie front, we're going to slide you guys this way.
Yep.
Hey, receivers, if these two guys come, I need you to break a hot route. Is he breaking down play for play?
There was probably a correlation between him and Tom. Everything Tom did, you probably see the same thing in Peyton.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at their careers and their longevity, everything that they stood for, and just their records, everything that they did, from all their accolades, they are identical.
They're just pro quarterbacks.
It's just different. It's just different, man. Everybody's different, man. Like we'll never see another Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
It's going to be years before we see that.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be years before we see Tom Brady and Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Like that's just who they are.
Yeah. The prep and the mentality and the killer instinct.
Yeah.
The people skills of leadership. There's a lot that goes into it.
These guys are tough, man.
Yeah.
They're probably the people. I think people might, when they look at a team and they look at the game, they might say, oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go to defense. Maybe Patrick Willis is the toughest guy on the field. Maybe it's Von Miller. They're gonna pick those guys, but they don't know. They're not out there. They don't see what's going on. But those quarterbacks, guys like Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, those guys, you can talk to them if you want. They're tough. They're just as tough as that guy on defense.
Yeah, without a doubt. And it's not just the physical toughness; it's the mental toughness.
The mental, that inside of here.
Yeah,
they know exactly what they're about to do before they even walk out on the field.
I love that.
It's a thing called visualization, and some of the greatest players like yourself, we know exactly what that is. We see everything that we're doing before it even happens. We manifest that 150 to 170 yard game that we're about to go have.
Yeah,
right? Manifest.
It's so repetitive, and it goes into the prep process for the football player. At least for me, you do the drill that translates to the team that translates to this, and you do it so many times, and you study it on film. By the time you do it in the game, it's deja vu.
Exactly.
You've already done it.
That's the difference between being great and being good.
Yeah.
The good players, they don't know how to manifest it. They don't know how to visualize. But the great players, they know the essence of visualization. Yeah. That's what they know. They see it before. That's why the game is so slow. Man, you ever had there's been game, you can probably attest to this. We've all been the great players. I'm not calling I don't like to talk about myself, but the game is so slow, it feels like you can run around the whole field and everybody's still standing still. Everything, every catch, every play. I mean, I would have games where I go to the coach, I say, Coach, throw me the ball, they cannot stop me. And I really mean it from deep down inside because the game is so slow to me.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's moving in slow motion. I'm moving so fast. I can catch. I can do the biggest games that I've had, the 180 yards, two touchdowns. Those games are the games that were really slow to me.
Yeah. You were in the zone.
The zone.
I've felt that a few times. I've felt periods of it throughout a game. There's only been maybe 2 games, and one was in a Super Bowl against the Rams where I was in the zone, where everything you did worked.
And you know that the biggest, and every time that you didn't feel it, you just didn't, your mind didn't tap to the space to let you know that that's what was going on. It was there.
It was there,
but you just couldn't. It takes a certain moment or a certain time for you to really, like, I don't know what it is. Like you said to me, I've only felt it 2 to 3 times in my whole career. But you've been there.
For a whole game.
You can't get there unless you're in that state. You can't have those type of performances unless you're in that state.
Yeah.
But it's something that's letting you know, it's opening up your mind to say, this is what's happening right now.
Yeah.
This is what's happening. It's an amazing feeling.
It is. It is. It's like that scene in Caddyshack where it's raining. The guy's played his best game of golf ever. and he ain't letting that thing go.
Yeah.
There's lightning, he's gonna get struck. It doesn't matter. You're having it's just going right.
Yeah.
It's just going right. Man,